Today we're going to talk about boat stereos. So as of right now, I'm in one of the Pontoons. So as you know, to turn this Pontoon stereo on, simply come over to the ACC switch in your dash, hit that button, and it'll turn your stereo on. So as you can see, we're on the tuner right now. You've got three basic functions in the Pontoon stereo. You've got a CD player. By simply inputting a CD into the CD slot will take you to that function. You've got an auxiliary input, and then you also have just AM/FM tuner. To switch between the three, you've got a source button right here. Simply press that, and that'll take you through the different functions of the stereo. Now to plug in an auxiliary input, you simply take your auxiliary cord, plug it in, press the source button, and it'll take you to your auxiliary input. You can play music from your phone. You've got a couple different display options. You've got a display button right here. Simply tap it a couple of times and it'll give you a few different settings that you can see on the stereo itself. One common problem that people have with these stereos is when they tap this center button right here, it takes them to a settings screen and it's impossible to get off to get back to the volume of the stereo itself. Simply tap this button right here where you see this little back arrow. It'll take you out of it and back to your screen here, and then you can go through your screen options once again, pick whichever one you like. I personally like the time. Other than that, if you want to scroll between radio stations or tracks on your CD, you've got the skip forward and skip backward buttons. You just skip through to find the station that you enjoy the most. And that is your basic function of the Pontoon stereos. Alright, here we are in the Axis stereo. Now, both stereos in the two Axis boats that we have are identical, so this is going to be a tutorial for both of them. Now, to turn on the stereo in the Axis boats, you simply turn the key on and the stereo comes on with the boat. There's no switch or anything to press to get it going. You've got a couple different functions in this boat. You've got the radio, which we're on right now. To scroll through your stations, you just use these seek buttons here on either side, take you to whichever station you like the most. You've got a CD player in this boat as well. Just flip down the faceplate here and then you slide your CD in and that'll take you to the CD function as well. Close this back up here. You've also got an auxiliary input, a USB cable. Tap the source button until you get to the USB screen and then simply bring the cord that your phone charges with, plug it into this cable here that comes out of this cubby hole underneath the throttle, and you'll be all set to get the music playing from your phone. Now if we go back to the radio here, again, your volume knob is right here. Seek through your stations right here. Once you've got your phone plugged in, if you're using that, you can also use these arrows here to scroll through the music on your phone. So you don't actually have to pull your phone out and risk getting it wet. And that is the simplicity of the Axis stereos. Alright guys, here we are in the Moomba, checking out the stereo that we've got in the Moomba boat. So this boat is unique. It offers some of the most ways to connect to your device that we have in any of the boats. Now in this one we've got an auxiliary in. So you've got your auxiliary cord here, plug it into your phone on this end, and simply take it down and plug it into the corner of the head unit right there. We also have USB in this boat, so you've got this USB cord that comes out of the glove box here. Just like the Axis, just bring the cord that your phone charges with, plug it into that, and it'll get you all set up to play music from your phone that way. So this is inside the glove box, as you can see. That's where your head unit is. I'll bring you over to the dash, show you how to get it fired up, and show you how you control it from the driver's seat. So as you can see, I don't have the key in. You don't need the key to turn on the stereo in this boat. You just flip the stereo button there. That's going to fire up the head unit that was over there in the glove box that I showed you, and also fire up this little keypad here. So this is going to be a good tool for you because you can use this to control everything that's over there in the glove box. You can scroll through radio stations with the seek buttons here, or you can switch through the different devices by hitting source, get to your USB, you can get to your auxiliary, or you can get back to the radio here. Your volume switches are right here. Go up or down. And you can also, this boat's got a mute switch. You can mute it right there if you've got the music playing loud while somebody's wakeboarding. Pulling up next to him, you can mute it real quick so you can talk to him before getting him back up out of the water. So that is the Moomba stereo. Pretty simple. Again, one of the best boats for connecting your smartphone to it to play music from phones. Alright guys, here we are in the Cobalt. The Cobalt is very similar to the Moomba in the sense that the head unit is in the glove box, as you can see here. You've got the same setup as far as the auxiliary cord that plugs into the head unit in the glove box, as well as the USB cord that comes out of the glove box. Again, bring the cord that your phone charges with, plug it in, and it'll set you up to play music from your phone. Now coming over to the dashboard on the boat, you can see that I've got the key turned on, so that's what's got our stereo going, and you've got one of these little keypads here just like in the Moomba. It doesn't have the digital readout that the Moomba's got, but it has all the same functions. So your source button here in the middle is going to take you through the 3 different options that you've got. You've got the USB, you've got the auxiliary, and then you've got the radio as well. So that source button is going to scroll you through all 3 of those. Your seek button here, if you're hooked up via USB with your phone, you can scroll through songs like this on your phone, or you can use these again to go through different radio stations and find the one that you like. You've got volume up or down, just like the Moomba control switch has, or you can turn it completely off just by pressing the off switch. Press the off switch once again and it'll turn it back on for you. And that is the Cobalt Stereo. Alright guys, here we are in the Regal. Checking out the Regal Stereo. So now the Regal Stereo comes on with the key, so I've already turned the key on, we've already got the stereo going. So right now we're on the radio. This button right here is going to switch you through different sections of the radio, AM, FM, all that different stuff if you want to find an AM station or anything like that. This button here in the middle with the little cord on it is going to take you to the setting for your phone. So you get on this screen here, it shows 2 audio video cords and says 8 dB. And says auxiliary up at the top. So that means that you're ready for Bluetooth. So this boat connects with your phone via Bluetooth only. There's no way to hardwire your phone in. All you have to do is pull up the Bluetooth setting on your phone, find it listed on your discoverable devices as Fusion BT. Click on that and it'll link up. It makes a little noise in the boat once you get fired up with it. And from that point you can play music on your phone. Now, whenever you get hooked up with your phone, you can control it all from your phone, or you can use these seek buttons to go through songs on your phone just like that. You can play and pause it just like you would on your phone, or you can actually pull your phone out. You've got mute right here, which you can mute the music with. And then coming up into the touchscreen, you can see we've got a way to control the music with the touchscreen. So we can scroll through our sources and get back to the radio, AM there, and then back to FM here. You can scan through the stations if you like, find the one that you enjoy the most, or you can hit source again and take you back to the setting for your iPhone. So again, you want to see that 8 dB lets you know that you're ready to get hooked up with your phone. Just bring up your Bluetooth like I said, and then find it Fusion BT. Now coming back down to the head unit, show you just a couple more things that can be used for all the different things that you could be listening to, the radio, the iPod, whatever. You've got the volume knob right here, so that's going to turn it up, turn it down. And then again, you've got the seek buttons here, play and pause here, mute right there. And that is everything to know about the Regal Stereo. Alright guys, completing the stereo tour of the boats here at Nautical Boat Club, showing you the double-decker stereo. So to turn on the double-decker stereo, just like the other pontoons, you've got a switch for it. Just that stereo switch, flip it until it comes on, and it's going to fire up your head unit here. So this boat is unique in the sense that it's got probably the most ways to hook up to your smartphone of any of the boats. So in this boat, coming up right above the head unit, you can see we've got 2 plug-ins here. We've got the auxiliary cord that you've seen in the other boats, so you can plug your phone in with just the audio jack there. Or it's also got USB as well. So again, just like the other boats, bring the cord that your phone charges with and plug it on up and you'll be good to go to listen to music on your phone. Now if you've used one of those, to get to the setting to use them, this MOD button here is the mode button. Just tap that until you get to auxiliary 1 for the auxiliary cord and auxiliary 2 for the USB cord. So here we are back at the radio. To change stations, you've got the tuner knobs right here. Go ahead and press that and find the radio station that you enjoy. You've got volume on the left-hand side, up or down. Now this boat's also got Bluetooth. So to get to the Bluetooth, you hit the mod button until you see BT Music. And at this point, you need to have your phone on and into the Bluetooth setting so that it's discoverable. At that point, you hold down the MOD button until it says BT Pair. Once you see BT Pair, you should see it pop up in your registry of discoverable devices and see MILPRV21. And then you just tap it and hook up to the Bluetooth, and then you can play your music wirelessly through the double-decker. And that is how to play music on your phone and with the radio in the double-decker.